Yes guys, so exactly 2 days out from HYROX, and what I'm going to do is take you through how I'm going to prepare to try and get my best effort at the HYROX Championships. Obviously, first time I've ever done HYROX, so I'm not completely in the know of how to correctly peak for that day, but I think I have a rough idea. So for today and tomorrow, the main emphasis is on recovering, resting in this absolutely beautiful city of Bournemouth, where I currently reside, and just eating. So it's a little bit different to how I have prepared for competitions in the past. It's mainly going to be just carbs today, carbs tomorrow, with a little load tomorrow night, and then the race is on Monday. I essentially want to get as much carbs and as much glycogen refilled as I can today and tomorrow, so that on the day of the race I don't really have to worry about filling myself up, because I run and I perform a lot better when I don't have much food in me. So that's the aim of the game. I'll take you through all the meals that I'm having throughout today and tomorrow. The training is done. I might do a little run tomorrow morning just to kind of settle my head, settle any nerves I got. But yeah, hopefully you guys can get a little bit of an insight into what it takes to peak for this kind of race, for this kind of event. It is 2 slices of toast with some avocado. So again, just a little bit of carbs, keep me ticking over, refilling the glycogen cells, and then a little bit of slow fats to slow everything down. I don't really need protein at this time, so just a little bit of carbs ticking things over, and then I'll have another meal in about 3 or 4 hours. And one very girthy little chode sausage, which is actually for dogs, because I don't need any protein right now. Yes guys, so this is meal number 2. If I'm honest, I've been really shit today. I haven't actually been able to eat much. So this is my second meal of the day, and it is 5 o'clock. Bruh. I'm meant to be fueling up, and I kind of feel like I'm fueling down right now, but it's okay. It's not the end of the day, and it's not the end of the world, right? So what have I got here? Looks quite nice, doesn't it, and colourful. So I've just got 2 chicken koftas. I don't know how much chicken there is, probably about 100 gram chicken. Fried a little banana, not a big banana, just a little one, just enough to fill a hole. And then I've got some potatoes that I put in the air fryer, and some aubergine and courgette just cut up. So that's my second meal of the day. I'm probably going to try and get in another 2 meals. I'm used to eating 2 meals a day, so I'm finding it slightly difficult to eat a little bit more often today. What? But I'm going to eat this now, and then maybe another meal at 8, and then another meal at 10 before I go to sleep. And the emphasis again is going to be on carbs, because we're going to try and shuttle in some carbs today, and then a few more carbs tomorrow, and see how I feel. So I'm going to eat this now, and hopefully see you again in a few hours to eat meal number 3. Yes guys, meal number 3. I'm actually really proud of how well I've kept my meals up today, and just how good my afro is looking. I'm quite digging it. It's kind of like Mo Salah if he was not Mo Salah. Kind of like not Mo Salah. Anyways, again, it's boring. My belief is if you start to get too fancy during the last few days, if you start to try and introduce new foods, if you start to try and, you know, make your food a little bit too sexy that you haven't been doing, so you just run the risk of ruining things, right? I've seen this so many times in bodybuilding before. I've done it myself plenty of times when I was competing, right? So all I've tried to do is just keep it simple. I know pasta sits well with me. I know chicken sits well with me. So this meal, again, is some pasta and some chicken. I've just put some honey and some barbecue on the chicken to make it a little bit tasty and give myself a little bit extra carbs, because I'm not really counting carbs. So again, not too sure how much carbs are in here, how much protein is, but I would assume around 60 grams of carbs again, and about 20 grams of protein. I'm going to have the exact same meal for number 4, so there's no point in me recording that because it's just going to be the same old bollocks. And then I might have a bagel tonight before I go to bed, and then wake up tomorrow and see how I'm feeling. I'm still actually going to take my weight in the morning tomorrow, because I roughly know how much I want to be to perform my best in terms of stamina and strength. If I'm between 185 and 190, I seem to have a better overall package where I have enough stamina to complete my running in a good time, and have enough power and strength to be able to do the exercises that are going to demand the extra strength and power from me. So 185 to 190 is going to be my goal weight. Yeah, if I go over 190 tomorrow, whatever, I don't know, there's nothing I can really do, it's going to be too late, but at least it will give me a little bit of an idea of how aggressive I can be tomorrow. This is kind of how I'm going to attack it tomorrow, right? I'm going to have something small in the morning, probably just a bagel in the morning, bagel and a banana, no protein, and then around 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so about midday, I'm going to have a bigger meal, and it'll be pasta, chicken again, and maybe a bagel again, and that will be me till race. So my race is at 5:30, and the reason I'm going to do that is because if you don't collect data from what you're doing, it's really important just to keep a note, right? So I know that when I was fasting during Ramadan, I was eating around 9-10 p.m, right? And then I was waking up at 3 p.m. to do my training sessions. So what's that? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It's about 5 hours, right? And I was able to perform at a very good level. My food had digested, I felt good, I felt like I had energy. So I've just taken the same approach, because I don't train at 5:30 in the evening. I train at like 7 in the morning, every morning, and that's how I've done my whole HYROX prep. But you just got to switch things around and be a bit dynamic and versatile, right? So I'm gonna just pretend that I'm fasting again. So I'll eat at 12, midday, and then, well, I won't eat again until after the race. If I'm feeling like I need a boost of energy right before, I will have some bananas, and I will. I'm going to bring some cereal bars with me, just the small Kellogg's Cocoa Pops or the Frosty bars, just because I need something that's going to digest very quickly and is not going to bloat me. And then on top of that, I'll have a little drink before I go and start my race, and that drink will just consist of 5 grams of creatine, 5 grams of taurine, 5 grams of beta-alanine, 5 grams of amino acids, and 25 grams of dextrose, just a little bit of sugar to get me going. Now, this is not new stuff I have implemented, right? I just want to make sure, because what a lot of people do is they are about to go into race, they're about to compete in bodybuilding, whatever it may be. You might be trying to peak for something, and you start doing shit that you've never done before, and that's where you can go wrong very quickly. So this concoction I've mixed up is something I have every morning before I go and train, and I have the same concoction in the evening, just without the carbs and without the beta-alanine. But I find it sits well with me. It reduces the lactic acid in my muscles. The creatine and the amino acids just allow me to perform better. So that's going to be the plan. So guys, this is meal number 3. Again, pasta and chicken, really fucking boring, about 60 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein. I'll have the same for meal 4. Yes guys, start of day 2, and like I said, so we're now 1 day out from HYROX, and the purpose this morning, if you can overlook the afro, the purpose this morning is to just get some mileage in the legs. I find with myself, if I'm sedentary for too many days in a row, or too much time in a row, starts to diminish my productivity, and I start to feel a little bit stiff. So for me, a gentle run this morning, just going to clock about 8 to 10k at about 4 minutes 40 per kilometre, so nothing drastic. I didn't post my last meal from yesterday because I didn't fucking have it, right? You know, I've always been told when you're carbing up, avoid some dairies. I couldn't resist, so I had like a little dessert that I made, protein dessert with a load of fucking dairy, and what happens? Shit's McGee. Yes, that's right. And at this point, don't need to be emptying, right? So didn't eat anything last night, but after I finish this run, I'll stretch out for a little bit, and then probably gonna smash a bagel with some jam on it and a couple of eggs. Like I said, protein needs to be quite minimal on these days, just enough to tick you over, and we concentrate on carbs and fats if you want them. But anyways guys, yeah, so this is one day out from the HYROX, just getting some morning blood in the legs, and then we'll take you through the day, another day of eating. Right guys, so this is the first meal of the day, and again, nothing spectacular. We have one egg because I ran out of eggs. So we have one egg, 2 pieces of halal corn bacon, very halal I am, and a bagel with some jam on it. So just one bagel with some jam on it. So I've done my run this morning. I've done 8K, which I don't know if that's the smartest thing to do, but I felt really good when I was doing it. I didn't push anything. Really easy minutes in the legs. Just wanted to get kind of everything flowing, and more than anything, man, for the mind, mentally, I need to do exercise every day. So today, when I woke up, I was like, fuck it, I've got energy, and I've got 8K in the bag. I won't do any more exercise today. I'm gonna rest for the rest of the day, maybe do a bit of housework or whatever. There's bushes that need trimming. Very, very, very messy bushes that need to be trimming. So that's going to be the goal for today. With a bit more food, it's 9 AM. First meal going in, probably about 60 grams of carbs, not too much, and a little bit of protein just to keep, again, ticking over. And my aim is to have at least 3 more meals today. I realised the first day was a load of shit, but today will be better. I'll probably limit the amount of dairy I have so that my stomach doesn't get upset, and just shuttle some more carbs in. Again, nothing spectacular, but just when I've been looking online, I found it really hard to find what people are kind of doing the last week before HYROX, and even more so, more importantly, the last few days. So this is more of a test for myself, and so kind of like somewhere I can document, so I can come back to it in the future, and hopefully if it helps anyone, then that's even better. So yeah, they're going to get this meal down now, and then do a few replies back to clients, and then crack on with my day, and I'll catch you at meal 2. Yes guys, meal number 2. I'm actually doing quite well. It's been 4 hours since meal 1. So here we have a very slick chicken recipe that I saw online. I saw it on one of the YouTube shorts. It was honey glazed barbecue chicken. So a bit of barbecue sauce, a bit of honey, put it in the frying pan, let it burn. I like my chicken a little bit burnt. And then I've got some pasta. Now, thing is, just have a quick look. Yeah, looks all right, doesn't it? Looks fucking lovely. And then that's not piss, that is tango apple. The thing is that when it comes to food, right, you don't need to be boring. Plenty of sauces, plenty of seasonings, plenty of condiments are all quite macro friendly and calorie friendly. And if you find that, you know, a sauce is putting an extra 10 calories in, you can just take 10 calories of your food out, it's fine. I mean, you don't need to be too anal, too anal about everything. Because in the grand scheme of things, it don't really even matter too much. You worry more about your progress not happening if you're binging and cheating on your diet, versus if you're just putting an extra 20, 30 calories on sauce on your chicken or your pasta, your rice, which ultimately means that you can adhere to your diet a little bit better, and it's not, you know, fucking monotonous and boring. So one thing I will say, I don't count calories, and so I don't know what's in this food, to be honest. It looks around about 60 grams of carbs and maybe 20 grams of protein, but I just know that I'm eating slightly more regular and more in terms of portion size than I normally do. So I know my carbs are increasing, but I'm not really overly bothered anymore about counting calories, because you do get used to it after you've been doing it for so long. I've made a big batch of pasta, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that throughout the rest of my meals, and probably tomorrow as well. But yeah, that's meal 2, a bit of pasta and a bit of chicken, and a nice cold fizzy sugar-free drink to wash it down. I will catch you at meal 3. Yes guys, right, so meal number 3 Again, nothing exciting, but I've got a bit of chicken, a bit of pasta, a bit of salad. Like I said earlier, I'm struggling to eat because I don't really eat more than twice a day normally. So eating 3 times today has actually been a bit of a chore. Some people might find that weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just been a bit of a chore for me because I don't really eat more than twice a day. So a bit of chicken, a bit of pasta. So far I feel good. I've been resting most of the day. I'm gonna have one last carb meal and then gonna probably pack it up for the day and roll on with tomorrow. So I'll keep you updated. Again, just a bit of pasta, a bit of chicken, probably about 60 grams of carbs in this and 20 grams of protein. Nice and easy, nice and digestible, nothing fancy at this point. Just trying to get more and more carbs in so that I've got a little bit more energy for the race on Monday. Yes, guys, it is the day of the race. HYROX is finally here, man. Seemed like it was never going to come round, but now it's come round. It's come round quicker than anything. So I didn't do any recording this morning because I'm not staying at my house, right? So I didn't want to be, you know, in people's face with a camera. And this morning, about 8 a.m, I had 3 whole eggs and 2 bagels with jam on. Now, what I wanted to do is go for a carbohydrate heavy meal, but fast acting carbs, which digested well in my system. Now, some of you might be thinking, fast acting carbs, is that not pointless when you're not racing for, you know, the next, I don't know, 12 hours, whatever it is, 7 hours, 8 hours, whatever it is. But my thought process behind this is the 3 whole eggs, the fats that you get from the whole eggs will ultimately slow the digestion of your carbohydrates down. However, you're having fast acting carbs that I normally eat, like bagels and jam, because it sits well in my stomach, and I know that I'm not going to have no digestion issues. I know I'm not going to have any bloating, anything like that. So after I've done that, I felt really good. I had a little latte as well. Always got to have a latte. I have mine with oat milk, right? Because normal milk I can have, but it does sometimes upset my stomach a little bit. Precious, delicate little flower that I am, sometimes it upsets the stomach a little while. So oat is the way I always go. So right now it is 11:15. I'm not racing till 5:30, so I'm not heading over to London till about 1, 2. The plan is now I've got one more pasta and chicken meal to eat, which I'll probably eat around 12, which gives me around 5 hours between that meal and my race, my scheduled race time, which is 5:30. Okay, so I can explain everything and be clear with everything. My thought process here is generally when I wake up in the morning and I train, as I have been, and I have been practicing for HYROX, my stomach's been empty for 5-6 hours, right? So my thought process is eat at 12 and then the race will be at 5:30. That'll give my stomach about 5.5 hours to clear everything out, and then I feel like I've got energy. I feel like I'm not overloaded. I feel like I'm not bloated. So that's the thought process here. It will just be pasta and chicken. Again, I don't really know, maybe 60 grams of carbs from the looks of it, and about 20 grams of protein, 10 grams of protein, whatever, I'm not sure. And I'm gonna have on hand some Kellogg's cereal bars, some Cocoa Pop cereal bars, and a banana. And what I'll probably do, if I'm feeling really hungry and like lethargic or like I need some energy, then I will probably munch one of those like half an hour before my actual race, right? And I've got my pre-race supplements, which again is dextrose or cyclodextrin, whatever it is, amino acids, creatine, taurine, and beta-alanine. And that should be the perfect concoction of some carbs to give me some energy, some beta-alanine to reduce some of the lactic acid that is built up, taurine to reduce the possibility of any cramps, because I heard that it's very, very hot over there, so people do cramp up. And then you've obviously got creatine and amino acids, which would help with the performance. So that's where we're going today, guys. I'm feeling semi-confident. I've seen the times coming out of yesterday's results. That's one good thing actually about competing on the second day, and I don't know if they do it in the other competitions, but competing on the second day has allowed me to see the results of the first day. It's allowed me to see everyone's split, and visually I can guess where my time's going to be around from the practice. And if all goes well, inshallah, I feel like I should do okay. I feel like I should do all right, but we'll see what happens. You can never tell to the day. I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous. I haven't been in a competitive sort of mindset since 2017 when I last competed in bodybuilding. So to bring myself to this mindset again has been slightly difficult, but it's enjoyable. I tell you that, it's very enjoyable. Right, so the next stage is, yeah, we'll eat at 12:1. I'm probably not gonna get a video on that again because again, I'm not at home, so I don't want to stick fucking cameras in anyone's faces. But I'll get some video on the way to London and generally around the HYROX arena so that you guys can see, and then I'll try and get some backstage shit done, and then hopefully there'll be some videos and some photos of me whilst I am competing, with a post wrap up, post competing, right? And then we will rejoin in London town probably. Touchdown in London, guys. Fucking hell, nearly just got run over by a bird. Yeah, touchdown in London. We are about half hour, 40 minutes away from the venue, I think. Fucking hell, there's birds everywhere. Yeah, about half hour, 45 minutes from the venue. So just chilling, walking, relaxing, and just taking it all in. Beautiful London. Yes guys, we are all checked in now. I think I might have overthought it because it's a lot quicker than I thought it'd be. So I've literally got like 2 hours to kill. I'm probably not going to eat again. I've got some bananas and some cereal bars to eat about half hour, 45 minutes beforehand. So we'll munch them down at some point. But yeah, feeling good, hydrated, ready to go. Next update will be some footage. We'll get some footage of me running around on the stations, whatever we can do. It's quite quiet now because it's only the men's ones left, so it should actually be quite decent to get some coverage. And then it's done. Then it's done. See you on the other side. That was tough.
Enjoy it.
That was so tough. Right guys, finished 1 hour and 15, I think, around that time. I'll have to check later because when I got to the wall balls, I had stopped for a minute because there was no wall ball screen. But I'll do a breakdown when I can. I'm happy, but I'm disappointed. Well, disappointed, but I'm happy. It's all good. First ever time, big learning curve. We'll go again next time, 100%.